Okay.
She's a woman of character, you know. She stands for what she believes. She doesn't let other people tell her what to do, you know, like just because they think, you know, this is cool and this is not. Like when people come over her house, you know, they'll want to act a certain way that she doesn't agree with, and she's not ashamed to be like, this is my house, you know, respect it. And it's kind of funny because they're kind of scared of her because of it. But it's like she's not mean. She doesn't let people walk over her, you know. And that's a character trait, kind of standing true to what you believe and not letting people kind of walk over you.
Wow. That's awesome. Morals. Morals. Just kind of really getting in on your morals and not letting yourself be moved. That's awesome.
I think the first Theodore Roosevelt president showed really good character because he was a man who had lots of wealth, and at the time there was big corporations that were controlling the working class. But he, instead of joining the rich people, he fought politically for the working man and got them all the rights and things they deserved. And I thought that showed really good character because he could have easily hanged out with other rich people, but he didn't. He was for the working man.
That's awesome. When people who are more, I guess you could say, they have a better life, when instead of just being comfortable in that life, they try to help other people. That's character.
Yeah, that's see, selflessness.
Yeah.
That's a very good character trait. Selflessness. Being able to think of others above yourself and say that even though, you know, I mean, sometimes, you know, you'll be in situations where you're in need, you know, because we're just needy people. We're naturally needy creatures, you know what I mean? So, and when you know, can actually make the step and call and say, I'm going to give out of my need, it just, that shows just a tremendous amount of character on your part. It shows, you know, that you really are, you know, a truly humble person. I mean, because you don't see it every day anymore.
Yeah, even when you yourself are struggling,
Yeah.
and yet you still make the step to help other people. That's almost better than being a millionaire and helping people.
Yeah.
You know, when you have almost nothing and you're still helping other people, that's pretty awesome.
What's sad is people who do have money who don't help.
Yeah.
That's bad character.
Yeah, and look at how these people are viewed. I mean, people like that are, you know, harnessing large amounts of money, and, you know, they don't give to the communities. They don't do anything. They just store up for their empire.
And it's kind of a waste, too, because a lot of them, they spend lots of money on parties, and, like, half the food doesn't get eaten. It gets thrown away into the dumpster. Where does that go?
Exactly.
Just rots.
When there's people, like, you know, there's starving kids in Africa, but it's true, you know, like.
Yeah.
It's actually happened.
Yeah.
I think we might want to actually, you know, look into that, you know, instead of just looking past it. Because ask yourself, how many times have you actually seen, like, a commercial like that or a kid like that, and you actually just look past it? You know what I mean? You flip the channel, you're like, oh, that's disgusting.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's because it gets you, you know, it hits you, you know, in a spot where not many things touch you, I guess, you know, but, you know, I guess it goes back to that whole choice thing. It's up to you and whether or not you're gonna react on it. It's up to you.
Random segue. I was just thinking of relationships and how character and personality, people look for personality in relationships. And, you know, a lot of times they're like, oh, I want somebody who's funny. I want somebody who's rich, or I want somebody who's that. You know, those are in its time and in its place good, but when you're looking for someone to be in a relationship with, you need to look at character. Are they honest? Are they trustworthy? You know,
because these are things that's not going to change, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shouldn't change, hopefully. You know, and not be swayed by just like this charming guy. You know, I guess you could like look at his past relationships and what's happened there, and his friends.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. Who your friends are. Looks
Interesting.
like we have a caller.
I think we have a caller. Hello? Hello, you're live. Caller, what's your name?
Cynthia.
Cynthia, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. I was listening to y'all talking about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think makes a good relationship?
A good relationship. Okay. We're
Like
about to answer your question, Miss Cynthia.